Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna post this or not, but this is installing a transmission cooler, like an extra one, on a C6 Corvette. I tried looking for videos and there's not a lot of videos, but I just thought, you know, I would record something and maybe post it, but I'm not sure. But I will start off with how I took it apart. So here we got the bumper, right? It's attached. I'll tell you all the points where the screws are at. So there's 1, 2. There's one right here. There's like a couple down there. There's like a couple right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. These are on the bottom. These are on the fender. There's some more right here. You have to disconnect this light. This one right here, the side lights. I'm not sure what these are. They just screw and then they pop out. So it's really easy. It's for both sides. The tires don't really have to come off, but it makes it a little easier. The splash guards go right here. This is where you pop out the little pieces. The bumper sits like right here, so you also have to pop out some more little of these. They're really easy. You just put a flathead right here, pop them off, and then the bottom end just comes out. What else? All those screws I showed you and stuff that get screwed on, is you go from the bottom. So like right here, you see you unscrew here, you unscrew somewhere else. When you take off the splash guards, when the splash guard comes off, right, with the little things you pop off, right here, so you know on the bumper where I showed those 2 screws, right here is where those 10 millimeters, these 10s, go like this. So 1, 2, and then 3. So then those you can do from right here. These are the side lights I was talking about. They just unscrew and they come out. What else? Oh yeah, the bumper also sits right here. A video of a guy said you have to take this one off. You don't have to take this one off. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just pops right out. You don't have to take out the thing right here. I just took it out because you can have better access to mount that thingy and to what's it called? Clean out this radiator because it's dirty. But once it's out, right? So far I haven't got my pieces yet for the lines, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them in half. Right here, like one here, other one down there, and I'm gonna just run the lines to that thing. But till then, you guys know what happens. Okay, so I recorded the first in this video. The second part was gonna be installing it. I forgot, but now I remember. So now the parts came in for the splitters. I'll show you where I did them. If you can see it right there. So this is the top end of the hose that I cut in half. So here's the top end. That's the bottom end right there. That hose with the 2 clamps. You see it? That's the bottom end of this hose right here. This one. This end is right here. That's the top. The bottom is down there. You see that second hose with that aluminum like tip right there. If you follow it down, that's the other one. Pretty much they come out together almost like a pair. So I can see it. You can barely see it, but you see those 2 fittings right there? Those are the 2 transmission lines. The one all the way back on the right, and that one on the left with the aluminum like clamp thingy. Those are the 2 lines. So if one goes down, one goes up. This is the up. So you have to take off this, right? The filters will come off, obviously. So when you mount the new one, right, you can mount it to the front. I'm not sure if I showed it where I mounted it at, but I didn't. I don't think I did. So I mounted 1 screw here for the air dam, and there was already a hole here. So what I did is I just drilled a hole all the way through, and I put a bolt on the other end of this like that. See? And I just mount just a Hayden one. I think it's a 679. Won't be able to give the best parts for this because I did this like the shittiest way possible, literally. So the top end of this hose right here, that's the bottom end, right? The top end, if you take it completely out, right, bring it out, you'll get the brass fittings. It'll look like I'll put an Amazon link, but pretty much it'll be like this, but like a brown, like a brass color. It's definitely not like this. It's a little shorter, but you get the gist. When you could take the top half off. The top half comes in a half. I'll show a picture of how it looked. Right, all you would do is you would just get the hose, the fitting, put the fitting into that side of the hose. Then you'd get this hose. So the coolers come with a big hose, right? Like a 3-foot hose. Then you would just cut that up to size, right? So you cut it out. I cut it with a blade. It was kind of hard, but it did it. The only thing about these fittings is the fittings didn't really fit the best on. So the Amazon fittings didn't fit good on this hose. This hose is 1132. I think the Amazon fittings were 1/2 inch, so it was kind of hard, having a hard time putting it on there. But I was finally able to get them on there, like literally the best I can. You can see right there, like there's like a baby gap. But so for the top one, right, it faces down, like this part faces down towards that end, but you can kind of tilt it up sideways or put it in differently. And what I did is I ran it through Dang, you can't see shit. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a hose. You can't see it. I'll show from down here. Fuck. So this hose right here, I ran through the top connection, and this one's the bottom one, right? So it's really easy. You just connect it through there, have this mounted up. And I'm not gonna lie, I was getting 210 temperatures, 220, 230. I live in the Phoenix area, and I went from North Phoenix all the way to almost Tempe area, which is not really crazy far. But considering that when I used to go there at this times of night, it would get around 210 on the way back home, and it barely was at 160. So I think that was good. I didn't put the bumper back on because low key it looks meaner without the bumper, in my opinion. But my mom might make me put it back on because she doesn't like the stuff being in her garage. But other than that, that's empty as fuck. They're really crazy. The only thing is like that it makes that mass sensor kind of go up weird. So I'm just gonna have to cut a hole in this. That's too much to do today. I'm tired. Alright. Peace out.